alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Now, my lecture is going to start it with the strength and the limitation of different secondary sources of data, including official statistics, personal documents, digital content, and media sources. So, before I get started, I need to explain a couple of things. I mean, you need to understand the flow of the chapter. So, the very first thing is that what is primary data? The data which you collect by the researcher itself. So, a researcher have two choices. A researcher can collect data of two types. Either it will be qualitative, it's all about why people are doing this, or quantitative, I mean out of the numbers. So in this video right now, I'm going to explain what are the secondary resources. So in secondary resources, I'm going to tell you about different things. What are the positivity, are the strength, are the limitations of secondary data sources. So official statistic, it's all page 45. Yes, official statistics created and published by the governments are a major source of secondary quantitative data used by sociologists to examine trends and patterns within and between the society. Pattern of behavior may be picked up by statistical analysis because they provide a broad view of behavior across potentially wide areas, local, national, and international. Durkheim, for example, identified distinct pattern to suicidal behavior based on a comparative analysis of official suicide statistics across a range of different societies. In terms of trend, statistical data drawn from different years can be used to understand how something has changed. Statistics can be used for comparison within groups, such as difference in middle and working class family size and between the society. So first of all, it's important to understand what is comparative analysis. So the comparative analysis is always there when we talk about the official statistics. The official statistics, it's all about the government. I mean, different departments of government, they simply collect data and they randomly collect data. There isn't anything behind the collection of the data. Then no, it's the turn of the sociologist who simply pick the data and then try to find different trends. I mean, in 2020 people commit suicide, number of victims. In 2021, number of victims. 2022, number of victims. So I mean, we can simply see the trend. I mean, is there any trend, or it's stagnant, it's a dynamic, it's going high, it's going down. So through official statistics we can understand what is the recent situation and how much the situation is changed over the period of time. So this is the official statistics. And through official statistics, I mean, always we have a chance to compare and analyze different groups. Our study are the numbers. So what is the strength of comparative analysis are the official statistics. In practical terms, official statistics may be the only available sources covering a particular area of study, such as suicide. In addition, data that would be costly, time-consuming, and difficult to collect, such as statistics on marriage, divorce, or crime, is readily available, especially since the development of the internet. Another strength of official statistics is their representativeness because they are often based on carefully chosen large samples. Many official statistics in area including crime, unemployment, marriages, birth, and divorces are recorded by law. Sociologists use the term hard statistics to refer to those who have a high level of accuracy and cannot be doubted. For example, statistics about the number of divorces in a society can be viewed as hard evidence. This is because a divorce has to be legally registered, so clearly and accurate records are available. Statistics that are considered to be less accurate are referred to as soft statistics. Official statistics about the unemployment rate may be soft because there are different ways of defining unemployment. Depending on which definition is used, the figures may vary greatly. So the strength of the official statistics, we got two dimension in it. It's a hard statistics. I mean, there are certain you can say parameters. There are certain issues which are highlighted, which are registered, like divorce. Obviously, when you are going to divorce somebody, you have to register. I mean pathways with my spouse, our partner. Same is the case with marriages, same is the case with the birth rate, death rate. So there are certain things every single time which happens you have to register. So when you are able to get accurately data, one can say that it's the hard statistics. And there are certain things which are not possible to be captured, not possible to be recorded in a specific way, like unemployment, because there are different ways to explain what is the true definition of unemployment. For instance, if I'm educated, I have a job, but I do feel this job is not sufficient, or even I'm doing my job but I'm not able to meet my expenses, so still I am employed, but to certain definition one can say that this is considered to be unemployment because I'm not able to meet my expenses. So what is we got to learn three things whenever we talk about official statistics. I mean, you don't need to spend a lot of time because the things is already made for you on internet. It's available, it's portable, you can simply take it. It's updated as well most of the time. Hard statistics, soft statistics, representativeness, it is again important. I mean, it is the duty, or it is the responsibility, or you can say the researcher who can pick the things which is relating to their concern. The limitations, apart from not providing any great depth or detailed official statistics, involve problems of validity due to what the government include in or exclude from published data. Such data may only give a partial picture of reality for two reasons. Not all information may be available to those collecting the statistics. For example, while official crime statistics provide valuable data about crimes reported to the police, they tell us little or nothing about the dark figure of crime. Crimes that are not reported are recorded. To see, this is the limitations. You can get what you wanted, but at the same time, the limitation is that there are certain things you can't get exactly by the government officials. Like, for example, the crime. Obviously, I mean, for instance, one can say that if I talk about Pakistan, they are most of the people they are afraid. They simply it's wastage of time to go to police station and try to register FIR. I mean, so simply ignore. Okay, whatever it happens, it's the will of Allah, or whatever you call it, law and order mismanagement. Whatever the term you can use, but still they are not willing to report. I mean, the event which is happening to them, I mean, to police station, because they simply consider they have to pay a lot of money for that, and result will be nothing except zero. Statistical data do not reveal much about the reasons for the people's behavior. For example, although we have a reasonably precise figure for the number of year-on-year murders in the country around the world, this data tell us little about why people kill each other. Although quantitative data is normally considered more objective than qualitative data, its its significance must always be interpreted by researchers who decide what the data mean. As statistical rise in crime, for example, may be a result of a real rise. Different ways of defining and counting crime, police targeting certain type of crime and arresting more people. So the limitation about the qualitative, we are not able to get. And sometimes the numbers are important, sometimes number is not that important as compared to the feeling of the people. So quantitative data is sometimes more valuable because can simply alarming, can simply tell us about how severe the situation is. So it simply depends which kind of case we are dealing, which kind of research we are conducting. So quantitative is sometimes more important because it can be replicated more easily. It is more, you can say, alarming. It will simply tell us about the recent situation, about a society, or even it is possible government takes some measures. So the quantitative data can tell us how successful the measures are taken by the government. So personal documents, digital content, and media sources. Some of the personal documents which can be used by sociologists are letter, diaries, oral histories, autobiographies, and photographs. The media such as newspaper, books, and moving images are also valuable source of information. Increasing use is also now being made online sources such as blogs and websites. The strength and the limitation of these three categories of the source are similar and will be treated together. See that we're talking about the secondary data. In secondary data we got personal documents. In personal documents we got photographs, letter, diaries, autobiographies, pictures, moving videos, you can say small videos. All these play a part to know something, or all these kind of contents can give us to some extent a sort of information which is useful to investigate in our research. So what is the strength of the digital content, personal documents, and media sources? Documents give the researcher access to data that would cost a lot of money, time, and effort to collect personally. They can provide secondary data in the situation where it is not possible to collect primary data. These things are the same. For instance, the documents, letter, all these things are our important source of secondary data, but I mean, it will give you a lot of uh, time saving. You don't need to pay a lot of money for that. Your research will be, to some extent, you can say that, more easy with the help of all these supportive documents, which is considered to be the secondary sources. Documents can also be analyzed by comparing what they actually say, their literal meanings and their hidden meanings, what they tell us about the hopes, fear, and beliefs are of. Moreover, produce them. Newspaper articles, for example, may tell us more about their writers and how they see social problems than they do about the topic of the article. So this is the strength of the secondary data, especially in reference to the personal documents, digital content, and media sources. But what are the limitations of all this? Practical limitations tend to focus on the availability of the documentary sources. I mean, they are not always easy to find. Obviously, when you are looking forward to the personal data, sometimes it's difficult to get. You know why? For instance, I am interested to know something about Qadir Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Iqbal, or some famous persons, or the political stalwarts. So it's not possible to get whatever I'm thinking about. There are certain diaries, letters, even possible, which are not available online, are even not available with the family sources, are even it is possible that family members are not willing to give us to other people, whatever the reasons behind that. The documents offer a reliability problem in that they may be incomplete, inaccurate, unrepresentative. So even if you are able to get the documents, I mean, are the diaries, are the letters, so it simply depends. It is not that reliable, because it can even give you some sort of information. Why information? Because it's possible in a specific mode of thinking, in a specific context. I'm thinking, I'm a bit frustrated, so in frustration I write my diary. In frustration I write a letter, wrote a letter to my friend, my buddy, and whatever the you can say concerning party will be. So the reliability of the documents is not 100%, because we can't investigate the late person, I mean, in which phase he was at that particular moment when he started writing diary, or the letter. So this is I have for this video. It's time to say goodbye and hope to see you tomorrow with the new fresh video. And in my upcoming video, I'm going to tell you the strength and limitations of different quantitative research methods. Till then, take care of your scale and Fima.